Hello students, in the first chapter we have learned knowing our numbers, the concepts like Indo-Arabic system, international system, how to write the numbers in a Roman numeral, and in the second chapter we learned whole numbers. The counting numbers along with zero are called whole numbers, and we have learned few concepts related to the properties of whole numbers. And in the third chapter we had discussed to find highest common factor and least common multiples of the numbers, basically natural and whole numbers. Today in this session you will be learning few concepts related to negative numbers and integers. Need for new numbers. Necessity is the mother of invention. Man invented whole numbers when he felt their need. As he progressed, there arose situations in which whole numbers were found inadequate. Whole numbers were not sufficient, so for that necessity he had invented the negative numbers. For example, when 2 is subtracted from 5, the remainder is 3. Can you subtract 5 from 2, 7 from 0, 100 from 15? That is 2 minus 5, 0 minus 7, 15 minus 100. Obviously not. So long as you have only whole numbers to work with, we can't find the difference of a large number from the smaller number. So we required some set which contains the negative numbers. Today in this session you will be learning about negative numbers. We have a concept called as oppositeness. What does oppositeness refers to? I'll be giving some examples. You can examine the following. It is a thermometer. Thermometer is a two-way scale. On it, you can read temperatures above 0 and below 0. We might say that the temperature in Srinagar on 15 January 2019 was 4 degrees Celsius below 0. Or the temperature in Delhi on 17 January 2019 was 15 degrees Celsius above 0. In keeping his accounts, a businessman also has two-way scale in his mind. He may have losses as well as gains. Here are two persons, Sweetie and John. They are playing a game. In this game, Sweetie and John always start at 0. This is the place where they start. Whichever way Sweetie goes, John goes in the opposite way. Sweetie went 3 steps to the left, so John went 3 steps to the right. Here 3 steps to the left and 3 steps to the right, they are the oppositeness. Look at this. East and west. E represents east, W represents west, N represents north, S represents south. North and south, they are opposites. 4 north is opposite of 4 south. This is 4 north, which is opposite of 4 south. Same way, 5 west is opposite of 5 east. What is the opposite of 3 east. 3 east, the opposite is 3 west. For first one, it is 3 west. For the second one, 6 west, the opposite is 6 east. For the third one, it is 8 north. Ten east, the opposite is 10 west. You have seen that to describe fully the situations which indicate the oppositeness, such as below and above, gain and loss, decrease and increase, forward and backward, and to able to subtract a larger number from the smaller number, we need new kind of numbers. These numbers should be capable of indicating the idea of oppositeness of the things. The idea of oppositeness involves the idea of direction. This requires measuring in two opposite directions. We all have learnt in our previous lesson whole numbers that the whole numbers are represented on a number line. Positive numbers are the natural numbers. The opposite numbers of positive numbers are called as negative numbers. Negative numbers are denoted as minus sign before natural numbers such as -1, -2, -3, -4, etc. The oppositeness of two quantities may be indicated by representing one as a positive number and the other as negative number. Look at this. Here there are many rockets. There are some situations which are mentioned below them. 2 seconds before liftoff, 1 second before liftoff, liftoff, 1 second after liftoff, 2 seconds after liftoff. We need to match the following numbers with the pictures which are given here and tell what each means. -2. -2 refers to 2 seconds before liftoff. It is the first figure. -1 refers to 1 second before liftoff. 0 refers to the liftoff. +1 refers to 1 second after liftoff. +2 refers to 2 seconds after liftoff. You just observe this -1 is opposite of +1. 1 second before liftoff is opposite of 1 second after liftoff. These are the numbers which are containing some sign. Such type of numbers are called as directed numbers. Since they are having either a positive sign or a negative sign, they are also called as signed numbers. I want you to look at some of the opposite words now. Give the opposite of each of the following. Up, the opposite is down. North, opposite is south. The opposite of above is below. Gaining weight, the opposite is losing weight. Going west, the opposite is going east. Earning money, the opposite is spending money. The opposite of 2000 AD is 2000 BC. The opposite of 502 BC is 502 AD. Let's see some situations wherein we use integers to show the sentences statements. 4 degrees Celsius below 0 is represented as negative 4 degrees Celsius. 100 meters above sea level is positive 100 meter. 17 floors up is positive 17. Rupees 578 loss is negative 578. Win by 3 goals is positive 3. Withdrawal is negative 5000 and deposit is positive 5000. 30 minutes before flight time is negative 30. Submarine at 40 meters. Submarine is underwater, so it is below. It is represented as negative 40. Deposit of rupees 1540 is positive 1540. A plane flying at 1200 meters is positive 1200. This is how we use integers to represent the situations which are mentioned in these 10 statements. Just look at the next example. Use positive and negative numbers to name the time given during a space flight. 8 seconds before flight liftoff is negative 8. 3 seconds before liftoff is negative 3. 6 seconds into flight is positive 6. 20 seconds into flight is positive 20 because the liftoff is considered as 0. In the similar way, let us solve this. Write the numeral for each integer. Positive 7, it is written as plus 7. Positive 75 is written as plus 75. Negative 9 is written as minus 9. Negative 83 is minus 83. Now we will learn a concept called as combining opposite numbers. Consider the example. If a profit of rupees 5 is followed by a loss of rupees 5, what is the total profit or a total loss? Since a rupees 5 loss is opposite of rupees 5 profit, combining the two yield total profit or a total loss as 0. Indicating the profit by a positive number and loss by a negative number, profit by positive 5 and loss by negative 5, the addition, the combination of these two, profit and a loss, will give the result as 0. Therefore, for every positive number a, there exists a number minus a which is opposite. The sum of this a plus minus a will give a result as 0. Remember friends, you need to note that for the sake of simplicity, we omit positive sign and we write the positive numbers as just 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Let us extend a number line. Since a straight line has no endpoints, we can extend the familiar number line to the left of 0 mark. Since negative numbers are opposite of the positive numbers, therefore, if positive numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on are marked at distances, say it is represented here, these are the numbers which are marked at the distances 1 units, 1 units, 1 is represented, 2 units, 2 is represented, 3 units, 3 is represented, from 0 mark to the right of 0. So 1 units, 2 units, 3 units and so on, from 0 mark to the left will be the negative numbers, and they are represented as -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Therefore, a number line can be extended on either side of 0. Then question arises, is 0 a positive or a negative number? You have seen in the previous discussion that 0 is the point from which we determine the positive and a negative direction. Therefore, it is meaningless to say 0 is either positive or negative. Therefore, 0 is neither positive nor negative. Have a look at this. When a number line is there, we have 0 at the center. Then we have positive integers towards the right hand side and the negative integers towards the left hand side. We need to do pairing of opposite numbers on this number line. 1 and -1, these are the pairs which are opposite to each other. 2 and -2, these are the pairs which are opposite to each other. 3 and -3, these are the pairs which are opposite to each other. 4 and -4, these are the pairs which are opposite to each other. When I say these are the pairs which are opposite to each other, I mean the combination will lead to 0. 2 when added to -2, it leads to 0. 4 when added to -4, it leads to 0. Same way, if 10 is there, added to -10, it leads to 0. These numbers, they are the opposites of the given number. -1 is opposite of 1, -2 is opposite of 2, -4 is opposite of 4, -10 is opposite of 10. So students, you have understood the meaning of negative number. Negative numbers, these are the opposites of positive numbers. Let us learn some more concepts of negative numbers and integers in the next session. Thank you.